Hello, I'm Dr. David Feeney. Welcome to our course. I'm the guy in the center of the picture, surrounded by my student friends. You can see the title of our course on your screen, as well as my email address, my cell phone number, and my website. Okay, folks, on the big board behind me, you'll see our focus for this week, Education in the News. I'll be reviewing these education stories taken from the news that accentuate this week's discussion topics. Based on our Week 10 discussions, today's focus is school choice and the controversy of parental choice in schooling. My comments will be drawn mainly from the book you see here, School Choice, The Struggle for the Soul of American Education by Peter Cookson, Jr. My comments today, as well as the material you'll see on the screen, is also informed by the report you see here from the Center for Education Reform called The State of Charter Schools. As always, all of the literature that I refer to is available in this week's discussion posts as hyperlinks for you to check out. On the screen, we'll see a graphic of the United States of America and the states with school choice programs, either special needs programs, scholarship tax credit programs, or voucher programs. Parent and community involvement in schooling is an often lauded goal. However, one of the most fundamental ways of involving parents is to allow them to choose which school their children attend. The school choice reform movement has been and continues to be very controversial. Cookson, 1994, illustrates the differences between a spectrum of school choice models, including intra-district, interdistrict, controlled choice, magnet schools, charter schools, and voucher plans. On the screen, you'll see a figure showing the United States with intra-district versus inter-district open enrollment policies for schools. Intra-district allows parents to select schools within their home district. Inter-district allows parents to select schools not only within their home district, but also across district lines. Other options include controlled choice, where families are required to choose a school within a community, but the menu is restricted to ensure racial, gender, and socioeconomic balance. Magnet schools are specialized public schools, often deliberately located so as to attract students to otherwise unpopular areas or challenged schools. Charter schools are publicly sponsored but free of control by government, and are also held accountable for achieving certain levels of student performance. And lastly, and most controversially, voucher plans feature federal funds dispersed directly to parents, which enable students to attend schools of their choice, whether public or private. There's a wide variety of literature and research about school choice and the impact on schools, students, parents, families, and the community. Here on the screen, you'll see one such graph relating high-risk students who attend a school of their choice and that violent felonies in those schools decline over time. A 2002 report from the Center for Educational Reform suggests that competition from schools sparks widespread public school reform in the areas and cities and localities where they are applied. Competition between schools is said to lead to more school accountability, encouraging schools to experiment with different approaches in order to find those that work best for their students. This experimentation at the local level, as the theory goes, will lead schools to a more personalized education for each student and also simultaneously increase parental involvement. Some research has shown that low-income students and parents, including special education students, benefit from school choice, since, as is clear, poorer families cannot simply relocate to more affluent communities with better schools and more resources. Here you see a chart from the Florida public school system, which implemented school choice in 1998. This chart shows that Florida minority students showed dramatic improvement in reading scores between 1998 and 2009 under a school choice process for that state. Other researchers have found downsides to school choice. Some argue parents may not be informed enough to choose schools within the best interest of their child. Allowing families to opt out of local but poor performing schools appears to increase social class inequalities and reduce diversity. Already failing schools have a high risk of flight by parents and students, resulting in a funding death spiral and resulting harm for those who do not and cannot choose another school. Lastly, in very large urban areas, every school option in school choice may be no better than the currently assigned school. If every school around a parent, student, and family are failing, you have the cost and risk of changing schools, but for no educational benefits. It appears that landmark developments show that school choice is indeed the new normal and is here to stay. A 2002 ruling of the United States Supreme Court held that a state-enacted voucher school choice program in Ohio did not violate the United States Constitution's prohibition against establishment of religion. In addition, the No Child Left Behind Act allows parents with a child enrolled in a failing school to transfer to a better performing school, public or private charter school. The National Working Commission on Choice in K12 education suggests the debate on school choice is essentially over. Instead, the focus should now be on how to best implement school choice for the benefit of students, families, and the community. Hoo-ah, everybody! You've come to the end of our presentation, and it is truly fist bumping time, even if you're someone who doesn't quite understand the concept of bumping fists. Well, folks, we've come to the end of our video presentation, and I hope that you found it practical and useful. I'm Dr. David Feeney saying I look forward to learning with and from you. And to all our hardworking students out there, I want to close by saying, much respect, people. Much respect. Take care. Bye now.